especially with Mega Man 11 just coming out.
All right, very good answer. And who would you pick?
This might be a popular one, but I'm gonna say Gino.
The classic Gino. Why do you pick him?
Because you know, back before the Smash Direct, there were like been rumors speculating there might be a Square Enix character. Could it be Sora or Gino? But maybe speculated it was you.
Okay. So we heard their answers. We heard why they picked them. So now we're gonna have 3 minutes on the clock. You guys are going to argue. I want to hear why your character is the best character to pick for the DLC roster, and why the other two are just garbage in comparison to that. So 3 minutes on the clock. Mash it up. Let's go.
And you are allowed to interrupt each other, but for a reason.
Right. You don't interrupt each other for no reason.
Chaos.
Yep.
Basically,
Yeah.
well, basically, everybody picks Shadow, of course. If
You pick Shadow.
Yeah, but everybody say, hey, let's pick Waluigi. But on second that's Waluigi, it's always Shadow. I see people argue they want Shadow all over. They want him.
I mean, as popular as he is as a character, like, when did Shadow ever get his own game? He got one game. Awful.
Ooh.
Oh.
He was awful.
Hey, but we could be possible to give Shadow a gun in the
But we
game.
might be debating power levels. Shadow can teleport.
And as for Gino, while I love Gino because I was a huge fan of those Mario games, I just gotta say, no one's gonna know who he is that played these new kids that are coming up that are liking Smash. And they already released the Gino figurine for the
Did
outfit
he smash
for
for
the
a
Wii.
Ryu?
What?
Did he smash for Ryu on the
Yeah,
at the
they
club?
yeah
for
they
the
created
Wii
a
Fighter?
club, and I kind of looked at that. It didn't have a crazy following. As cool as it is, I love Gino. I love to see him in there, but he had one game as well, and he wasn't even the main star of that game.
Yeah,
I think
that's
Zero, who's had a bunch of games, deserves that shit.
Yeah, but
Well,
the
that's true.
majority of
Zero
the
always
Mega
had
Man
a-
X games were not that great.
Wait, are we talking about better games between Sonic and Mega Man?
You know,
Oh.
well, I'm not saying that, but every time, well, with Mega Man X, they repeat. I'm not saying Mega Man X is a terrible game. I'm saying that
We are.
I'm saying that sometimes Mega Man X is getting a bit. They did repeat it at times, and of
That's
course,
why I said Zero, not Mega Man.
I know. But of course, Shadow is a good choice, but of course, Gino is a really good choice. Zero is a good choice, even though they're great characters. But Shadow, I think, of course, they want him, even though he has a terrible game. But it could be possible that they could give him something like a gun as a reference to that game, even though it's a guilty pleasure to some Sonic fans.
I'm hearing a lot why the other two suck, but why is Zero specifically your pick?
Oh, because in my opinion, when we look at the Smash Brothers roster, we have characters that do checks and balances from each game. I mean, we have Bowser, we have Peach, we have Rosalina, we have Luigi. Each character does something very specific. Mega Man's all by himself there. Gino would be another Nintendo Mario character.
Good point.
And while I do love the Sonic franchise, Shadow as a standalone character, he'd be way too similar, and I wouldn't know how to make it work. Mega Man's a shooter. Zero would be a sword-based character who would be kind of covering that little front, you know, like contrasting things.
Yeah, it's a complete different strategy. It's a complete different strategy.
Yeah, but that's my only opinion. I mean, at the same time, both of these characters would be wonderful. I just think Zero deserves that after all the Zero games, and all that other stuff.
5 seconds. Well, time's up. So one last thing in one sentence. I want to hear your closing statement. Just the final sort of mic drop thing to add that final proof to your argument. That's exactly what I was going to say. Well, I'm judging this outside. So starting with you, please.
Overall, Shadow, even though overall Shadow, it might have some bad history with the Sonic game, even though it had a meh solo game and several references in the other Sonic game. He's a decent character to pick for if you like him or just want him in the game because you not only love him but also see what can they do with this character with chaos energy and speed.
Okay.
So, question: how do you think they would be closing statements?
Yeah, you can't argue anymore. Arguing is over. Just one last statement.
So, yeah. So, my case for Gino is because he's like a Square Enix character because Super Mario RPG was the love of Square Enix. That makes a lot of sense. They're like, I don't think he was part of the Smash Brothers lore, but it'll be great.
Your final statement?
Zero deserves his time in Smash Brothers. We got Mega Man. We had him for one. We already had him for a full game. Maybe just adding one more character from that would be cool. Besides Shadow and Gino, they're really cool. But I mean, like, Zero, man, you're all that biased, of course.
Well, in every opinion-based argument, there is some bias. So, I heard all your arguments. You all picked great characters. You know, all these characters were highly requested. Shadow, Zero, Gino, they were all very requested characters for the Smash DLC. But of course, you know, Piranha Plant's the best character, am I right?
Cuphead for Smash!
Anyway, I believe the person who had the best argument for our first round of Media Mash has got to be Mr. Power Ranger right here.
Zero.
So go ahead and take the prize. No!
Smart.
Okay, I got you.
Smart.
That's not a prize.
It's on the
Who would
table.
like to pick the next question? I saw Batman shirt hand go first. I'm sorry, I don't know your name.
Yeah, right.
That's
You,
sexist.
like,
No, I'm kidding.
you get a prize, and this is what you get.
What's the number? Oh, I got pick two.
Pyro for the
Now,
DS?
what's the number?
You're not gonna get that, aren't you?
15 is the number.
You're holding the mic.
Yes, I know. I got it.
Good argument, you guys. Good argument.
Number 15, best Mario Kart course.
So what is the
Best Mario Kart course. Come up. Careful with the camera, please.
Am I gonna be the sole judge or?
Yeah.
Oh, you'll take the book from the guys?
I like reading.
Awesome, thank you so much. That book was made by our friends down in the exhibition area of the XPs, a great series written by our friends. Hope you can check it out.
If you go downstairs, they can sign it for you.
Yeah, tell them that the Random Rambler sent you.
I'm on it.
Hey, I saw your face light up. You want to come up and debate? Alright, we need 2 more contestants.
What is the best Mario Kart course?
Alright, you
What if
with
you
your
only
hand
played
raised?
Mario 64?
Oh, yeah.
No
Any more
Your
Mario
hand.
Kart fans?
Come on.
Mario Kart fans. Anybody? Mario Kart fans. I haven't played Mario Kart since 64.
Dang.
Yeah, dang.
Oh, yeah. Alright, guys, how are you guys? So the question was, what is the best Mario Kart course? So this goes for all of Mario Kart. Any game, any version of the course goes. So let me hear your answers and why you pick your answers. Starting with you. Oh, nice Batman on the chest piece. Go ahead.
From the Mario Kart Wii U version, Excite Bike 6. Excite Bike 6.
Excite Bike. Awesome. So why do you pick it?
Easy barrier of entry. Anybody can play it. Anybody has a reasonable chance. And there's absolutely nothing more satisfying than bumping somebody into the top.
A stupid one. So I have no idea what your cosplay is supposed to be. I'm sorry.
I'm one of the random faceless bandits from Borderlands.
Oh, okay.
He's a survivor.
All right. So, what do you pick and why?
I pick Bowser Jr.'s Warship
Okay.
because it's interesting, it's creative, and it shows a villain's map, which we don't really see too often.
Well, every single Mario Kart has Bowser's Castle.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean. There's not as many.
Okay. Yeah, I get what you're saying. So, Chris.
As a 90s kid, I would have to say Bowser's Castle from the original Super Mario.
Okay.
From 64?
Oh, SNES, bro!
Oh, my bad.
And why do you pick it?
It's a classic look. It's fun, it's challenging, it's nostalgic. It piss you off. It'll
That's
beat
the-
you off if you make a mistake.
That's the best part. It pisses you off.
All right. And who doesn't love to get angry in Mario Kart?
Exactly.
So, with that being said, you're gonna have 3 minutes on the clock. I want to hear why your course is the best course in all of Mario Kart. All your friends would play it 20 times over, never get bored. And the other courses are not all that memorable. Not at all. They're just forgettable. You skip them every time. 3 minutes on the clock.
Destroy each other.
Mash it up.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. We're not sponsored by Mouse. All right. Go ahead. You guys got